Namaskaram girls, we have started the 5th lesson, market structure and pricing. What is market? The meaning of the market. The word market where it is derived from mercatus, from the Latin word which means trade, as we studied already. And we study what is the meaning of the market. Market is a place where buyers and sellers meet together for selling or buying their goods and services. And then we studied the classification of market based on area. We studied 4: local, regional, national and international. Time also we have studied 4. Alfred Marshall has differentiated the market based on the time: very short period, long period and very long period. Perishable goods are considered to be a very short period and durable goods are considered to be very long period market. And based on the quantity, we studied 2 types. One is wholesale market, another one is retail market. And based on the competition, we have 2 types of market: perfect competition and the imperfect competitions. All these things we have learned in the previous classes. Today, we are going to learn equilibrium conditions. What do you mean by equilibrium? Already I told you. What do you mean by equal? Where 2 things said to be equal, that is called equilibrium point. That is net tendency to move from the point is called equilibrium point. அந்த பாயிண்ட்க்கு மேல மூவ் பண்ண கூடாது. அதுதான் ஃபிக்ஸட் பாயிண்ட். அதுக்கு பேர் தான் equilibrium point. Usually a firm, a producer, he wanted to get his equilibrium point when he is getting the maximum profit, isn't it? He wants to earn more profit. Usually the producers, they wants to earn more profit. So the profit can be calculated by 2 approaches. One is total curve approaches and the another one is marginal curve approaches. Under the total curve approaches, the profit is calculated total cost minus total revenue. Under the marginal curve approaches, marginal cost minus marginal revenue. Now under the total cost approach, we are going to draw the diagram. Already I have shown you how the TR curve and TC curve will be, isn't it? Usually the TR curve go upwards and it reaches the maximum point and it comes downwards. That is TR curve, total revenue curve. Usually the TC curve, it starts from the below and it goes up and it reaches its point. So that is total cost curve. So while you are drawing the TR and TC curve, you will get 2 equilibrium points, isn't it? This is one point and this is one point. Here, see the total revenue is equal to total cost. But if you produce a product in this manner, you will produce only less number of product. And here we are getting one equilibrium point. Here also, the cost is equal to revenue. If the cost is equal to revenue, he will not get profit, isn't it? When he will get profit, profits will be earned when revenue is more than cost, isn't it? வருமானம் செலவை விட கூட இருந்தா தான் அத profit னு சொல்லுவோம். So this is TR curve, this is revenue curve. This is cost curve, expense curve. So when the revenue curve is at the maximum point, see, this is the maximum point of revenue, this is the minimum point of cost. So at this place only, he is getting the maximum profit. When revenue is more than the cost, he earns maximum profit. So he wants to earn profit at the point of N. So usually they want to earn more profit, but economists, they will not consider the total curve approach to consider the equilibrium. Usually they will calculate the profit or the equilibrium point with the help of the marginal curve approach only. That we will see now. Marginal, while we are calculating the equilibrium point at the marginal curve approach, 2 conditions should be solved. One is marginal cost should be equal to marginal revenue. MC should be equal to MR and MC curve cuts MR below. If the two conditions are solved or satisfied, then he will get the equilibrium point. Now I have drawn the MC curve and MR curve. Already we have learned in the constant pricing, AR is equal to MR. So the AR curve and the MR curve is parallel to the x-axis. It will be a horizontal line. So this is AR and AR is equal to MR. So AR curve and MR curve both are same. This is horizontal to x-axis, parallel to x-axis. So I have drawn the AR and MR curve. And usually the MC curve, it starts from the below and it reaches its minimum point and it goes up. That we have studied in the third lesson, while we are studying the cost approach, total cost, marginal cost, average cost. All the three cost curves I have drawn you. So the marginal cost curve always it falls down, then it reaches its minimum point, then it started to increase. So I have drawn the MC curve in a U shape. MC curve is always U-shaped curve. So I have drawn the MC curve. Now here also MC is equal to MR. Here in the first point A, this is MR curve, this is MC curve. So MC means MR at the point of A. If he does his production here, he will earn only this amount of profit. It won't be enough, isn't it? If he gets this amount of profit, he will further increase his production. So he goes on increase his production by increasing his cost. At the minimum point, he will reach the minimum point. Then if he further increases his production, he will meet the point of MR at the point B. If he stops his production at the A, he will incur mostly not much profit. Sometimes it may be loss. If he go beyond B, he will incur only loss. Because if MC is going costly means MR is below, MC is above. So if cost is greater than revenue means it is loss. Here revenue and cost is meeting same. Here also it is meeting at the same point. The above, if he goes on increase his production means the cost will be more than the revenue, then he will incur loss. So he will get only loss. So he has to stop his production at the point of B. Why? It should be solved the second condition also. MC cuts the MR from the below. So here it is cutting from the above. The MC curve is cutting the MR curve from above, not from the below. From the above it is cutting. So this conditions will not be satisfied. The condition number 2 is not satisfied with the point A. See here point B, MC is equal to MR. This condition is also satisfying, isn't it? Here is the MC curve, this is MR curve. So MC is equal to MR. So the first condition is satisfied. Second condition, MC cuts MR from the below. See, this is the MC curve, it is going upwards. So it is going upwards, it is cutting from the below. Key level koi MR curve cut panadhu. So it is satisfying the second condition also. So this is the equilibrium point of a curve while you are calculating in the marginal curve approach. You will be able to understand this. This is the MC curve and AR is equal to MR. It is horizontal line parallel to x-axis. The two conditions should be satisfied while you are calculating the marginal curve approach. One is MC should be equal to MR and the MC curve cuts the MR curve from the below. So at the point B only, the firm will get equilibrium. If he goes beyond the B, he will get only loss. If he go below to that, we will not get the first condition will not be solved. So here it is the first condition is solving, but he will not get more profit. So this point he will get more profit. That is the equilibrium point of marginal curve approach. Next we are going to see the market structure. And the next one we are going to see the market structure. Already I told the market structure, perfect competition and imperfect competition. Based on competition, we have two type of markets we learn. One is perfect competition, the another one is imperfect competition. Under imperfect competition we have 6 types of market, that is monopoly, discriminating monopoly, bilateral monopoly, monopolistic, oligopoly and duopoly. All these things in this lesson we will study in detail. What is monopoly and what is discriminating monopoly, everything we will learn. Monopoly is nothing but single seller and there will be large number of buyers. Discriminating monopoly, price discrimination. Selling the same goods in one place for one rate, in another place for another rate. For example, a single seller, one who is selling his product at Simmakal in less rate and KK Nagar in the costliest rate or expensive rate. That is discriminating monopoly. Bilateral means two monopolies, they will have an agreement. Monopolistic, it is similar to monopoly but it is not completely monopoly. Oligopoly, few sellers will be there. Duopoly also, few sellers and buyers will be there. So these are the types of imperfect competition. And now we are going to see what is perfect competition. Perfect competition, here they have given the features. If a market has the given features, it is considered to be the perfect competition market. But actually, there is no perfect competition have seen in practical. It is not possible to see the perfect competition markets in practical because it is not possible to have such markets with such features. The first one is large number of buyers and sellers. Large number of buyers and sellers. In the perfect competition, there should be buyers and sellers will be in the large amount. Homogeneous product. What do you mean by homo? I already told you, same. So the products which are sold in the market are same in the size, shape, also weight, color, everything will be same, and also prices will be uniform. Same price should be prevalent in the market. And the free entry and exit, there should be no restriction for the entry or exit of the firm. The firm can do its entrance whenever it feels to enter into a market, or if it is not willing to do the business, he can easily come out from the market. So there is no restriction for the entry or exit. The other firms or other firms will not agree or disagree for their entrance or existence. And then absence of transport cost, because the product will be produced in the same place and it will be sold in the same place. So it will not be transported. Export import will not be happen while the perfect competition is prevailing in the market. So there should be no transport cost. The goods will not be transported to other places because all the producers, they are producing the same goods in the same size, shape and the quantity. So there is no need of selling the goods in the outside of the places. So there is no price for the transport cost. Perfect mobility of factor of productions. Already we have studied the 4 factor of production. So it can be moved easily from one place to another. Because as I said, there will be large number and homogeneous product. The productions will be done in the same size, quantity and other things. So labor can easily adapt to the technology of the production technology and they can move easily wherever they find employment, they can move easily. And the perfect knowledge of the market, all the buyers and the sellers, they have the perfect knowledge of the market. That means what is the prices prevailing in the market, what is the cost of the product, what is the demand for the product, everything will be known by all the buyers and sellers. That is perfect knowledge of market. No government intervention. As I said, there will be free entry and exit. There is no government intervention because they can they can do their business easily. Whenever they desire to do the business, they can do. If they wanted to quit from the business, they can quit. The government does not restrict anything for the business people. So these are all the features of the perfect competition.